QuickBooks Online customers are going to get a new version of custom form styles of the activity table issues. Currently, there are a lot of issues around description and product columns and quantity and rate being added to the description column. Uh, so I'm just gonna demo how this new activity column works. In order to do that, just go to custom forms styles and then just launch the customization of the template, and then you can go to content and then click on the middle portion of it. Then we can see the table. This is called activity table, and then we can edit the width of these columns. So the workaround QuickBooks has given works in a way that once you change the width of a column, it basically affects the next nearest rightmost column of it. In this case, the description column size increase or decrease basically affects the amount column. So now there's a little color coding has been given in order to understand which is the minimum width of the particular column. So let's say if I decrease in like 15% is the minimum width of this particular column, and then so if this is minimum, once you cannot increase this value, that's because it's already minimum, there is no space. So in order to increase these values, you have to borrow some space from this amount column. So just reduce this value, and then you can have a minimum of the amount, like which is 15%, and then you can just this automatically increases because this is the nearest column, which is like possibly can be adjusted to the increase or decrease value of this particular column amount. So now let's say, for example, I want to increase the products and services like 20, and then have this restriction at 15. Then if I save it, it saves the exact same value. So earlier this was not the case. It used to adjust these values by its own, and then it returns back some other different values which are saved, which is kind of different, and it's kind of surprising at point in time. Now this issue was resolved, and then the UI has more control. So in order to let's say I want to have a maximum description value, and then just add product and services, and then I will include the description into the product and services. Then I have a very long description and then product, and then including quantity and rates along with it. So I'll simply minimize the value of the date column and minimize the value of the width column. So this how automatically the product and services columns will be increased, so like the maximum one. So the summation of these values is kind of nearly 100. This is 99 in this case, and I can save it. If I preview a invoice, which would basically look like this one, I have copied some text randomly from the internet. Please pardon me for that. I'm just previewing this column. So it basically takes up only 71% width of this particular form. Now I'm gonna edit that section again, the activity table. Now let's say I want to have a product and services and a description separately, and have a smaller product uh, uh, name, and then kind of a higher description value, and then I save it. Now I will just go in and then preview the same invoice where I want this product name to be printed as sales. So this is how it's going to look like. Which is kind of okay compared to the previous version of this activity table. So what I'm gonna do it now, so I want to have more columns. Let's say I want to add quantity and rates. That's why I'm just disaggregate quantity and rate from description column, And then these little orange color numbers denotes that these are the minimum values of these particular columns. I wanna just add maximum amount of description and then minimum of everything, and I can basically readjust these columns. The readjustment works such a way that when you increase size of a column, it basically takes up the size of the rightmost nearest column. That's how it works right now. Let's say if I'm increasing this 27, so increasing or decreasing, it basically takes up or adds up the value from the description column. If it is minimum, you cannot basically change it. So you cannot increase this 10 of the column quantity. That's because the next column is already minimum. So in order to increase this again, you just have to decrease the value of the previous column, so it will increase again. So you just need to note that the rightmost column, which is like adjustable with the value, and then you can just automatically adjust everything by yourself. So in this case, let's say I want to have the minimum number of everything, and then just have the maximum value of description column, which is nothing but 40. In this case, everything is orange, like minimum. Then I save it, and then let me preview the invoice how it looks. Yeah, so this is like the amount of percentage what we have denoted in the template. So now if you think these are a lot of white spaces, then probably you can remove this product column and then add this quantity rate along with the description column, which it have the maximum size of it. Yeah, thank you. I hope this will solve a lot of pain points of a lot of customers who are facing this similar problem. Thank you.